So I recently went to the opening of Sephora at Charlestown. They've just recently opened and I actually went to the opening. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get ready so I could go to the opening. I actually got there at 5 and I was still person number 140, so people were like sleeping over there from the day before. So I think the security guard said from 5:30 p.m. the day before people slept there. So it was crazy. I didn't know it was going to be that crazy, but it was. But I was number 140, so I still got in the first round of people that went into Sephora. So I had my pick of everything I wanted. So I picked up a few goodies and I'm going to be testing out 2 of them. So what I picked up was the FENTY beauty range. So I only got 2 things from the range, the primer and a foundation. Now I did color match myself and then I realized afterwards that it does oxidize a bit. So I'm hoping it doesn't oxidize too much and make me look orange or something, but I'm going to be trying out these 2 products from Fenty Beauty and I'm testing it out on dry skin. So I've seen lots of reviews, but most of the reviews I've seen have got more oilier skin. So these are matte foundations. So if you are familiar with dry skin, you know that matte foundations usually cling to dry spots, make your face feel so much more drier, tighter, and it just looks very like crummy and stuff after a while of wearing. So I'm going to test these out for you and see whether or not they do this and if it's worth their money. Okay, so the price point is $46 for the matte primer in store. I'm not sure about online, it might be different. And $50 for the foundation. So let's try it out, shall we? I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. So on the box it says smooth pore diffusing finish, extended and makeup wear. So hopefully this is okay. So the box looks like this and the product inside is like a nice muted like beigey color. It's really actually really pretty. The container is glass and it has a nice cap on it, so it feels really luxurious actually. I just done 1 pump and I'm just going to put it 3 points of my face and I'm just going to use my fingers to massage that in. So this has like a moisturizer sort of consistency at the moment. I don't really have that many big of pores anyway, but the pores that I usually have, I can still see them, but I guess they're a little bit more like muted than usual. Okay, so the next thing is the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. I got my color 190, so it's got the same sort of bottle as the primer. There's just different colors. So that's got a white lid, that's got like a beigey, pink beigey sort of color lid. So yeah, this is, I'm hoping to be my color. I'm going to do one side brush and one side sponge. The first side I'm going to be using the Morphe Ball 3 and 9 brush. I didn't actually buy the brush that it comes with only because I just didn't know how it would go. The brush looks a little bit weird to me, so alright, so this side I'm going to use a brush and I'm gonna probably like just stipple it in instead of like these ones, just to see how it goes. Right off the bat, it looks like it has like pretty good coverage. and it actually looks like an okay match to me. I usually blend it down my neck anyway, so because my neck and my face is usually so much lighter than the rest of my body, so it's actually looking okay. Okay, you can see the color difference, but it actually blends in with my chest pretty good. I'll just have to see if it oxidizes. And alright, so that side, it actually looks really nice. This might be like my new favorite foundation. It's actually really pretty. It kind of has a consistent, like the coverage of the Marc Jacobs, but it doesn't actually feel as thick as the Marc Jacobs. Okay, so this side I'm going to use the Beauty blender and blend out it all. Okay, so it's not as full coverage using the Beauty blender. I think it's just soaking up more of the product than what the brush did. This side looks a lot more full coverage than this side, but it's still got like a nice coverage. Like, it's not too bad. It's not like so different. I can just tell that this side has got more coverage than this side, but I don't actually mind the like not so full coverage. I've actually been into more like letting my skin shine through just a little bit in foundations. Sometimes, like, I used to just like completely covered need canvas. This is the foundation. This is the sponge blended side, so you can still see some of my freckles there and around this area. And this side is the brush. It looks a lot more full coverage. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I can definitely tell a lot more full coverage. The freckles are actually covered a lot more, and yeah, it just looks more full coverage on this side compared to this side, but I like them both. At the moment, it doesn't feel so heavy on my skin. It doesn't feel dry. It doesn't feel dry at all yet. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of my face, and then I'll come back to tell you what I thought of it when I applied all my other products, and then I'll check in with you throughout the day to let you know how it is wearing on my dry skin. Okay, so I've just done the rest of my makeup, and it actually held up really well. Like, putting other products on top of it, it didn't come off or nothing. Like, it's actually really good. Actually really like it. It still doesn't feel dry on my skin whatsoever. It has clung a little bit in this part because I have a little bit of a unibrow. I haven't plucked in a while. And around the outsides of my nose, but that's because I'm really dry around there, and pretty much every foundation actually clings there. Even if it is a hydrating foundation, everything clings to that area, so I'm not going to blame the foundation. I'm blaming myself because it always clings there no matter what foundation. Yeah, so the claims, I'm going to read again: medium to full coverage. I would probably say that's actually correct, medium to full coverage, because I feel like you can build it up, or you can just have like a medium coverage. Long wear, I'm going to be testing that out. I'm going to be coming back and giving you updates on how it lasts throughout my day. And light as air, it actually feels pretty good. Like, it feels like I've got nothing on at the moment, so that's a good sign that it'll last. You can hear my baby, he's just woken up, so I've got to go get him. But yeah, so I'll keep you all updated on how the foundation goes, especially for, like I said, my dry skin. And I'll check back with you maybe an hour or two or something, we'll see. But at the moment, I'm liking it. I think this is going to be one of my new faves, and I'm not just saying that. Like, I'm not sponsored in any way. I bought these products with my own money, so yeah. For $50 as well, this is on the cheaper end of the high-end makeup. So for $50, it is really comparable to my Marc Jacobs, and my Marc Jacobs is $79, which is on the high end. So if this lasts a long time, I may actually be using this for my makeup kit, because yeah, so I'm going to see how it lasts. Anyway, I'm going to do a flashback test to see so it doesn't actually look like it has flashback at all, which is great, and I will insert the picture. Alright, well, I'll check back in a couple hours, and I'll see you then. Bye! So it's been 2 hours since I put this foundation on, so I'm going to check to see how it is. It's actually looking really nice still. It has worn off here and here, only because I had my sunglasses on. I went to Sephora because I opened a bronzer that I bought, and the pan was really loose in it, and I didn't want to risk it falling out and smashing, and then I wouldn't have had that bronzer whatsoever. So I thought, I'm going back straight away, get it exchanged before I even use it, so I can get a brand new one. And yeah, okay, it's going good. Usually on my chin and my nose are pretty much the first to go with foundations, and it's still on. It hasn't like clung onto any of my dry patches other than when I said before, but it hasn't clung onto them anymore. Like, it hasn't like shrunk into them or anything, so that's good that it's stayed the same. So it's pretty much all stayed in place except for where I get my sunglasses. But I think when everyone does their makeup and then they put sunglasses on, I think always foundation comes off there. I don't think it's going to change at all. So yeah, all in all, I am loving this foundation. Can I say this is, I never really expected a foundation like this, like especially for, I don't want to say especially for Rihanna, but because it's a celebrity, and celebrity, when they bring out makeup, for me, it's usually kind of a miss. But this is actually, I actually really like it a lot. Like, it's amazing. The foundation, I think this is going to be my new favorite, like, because it's medium to full coverage, and it's lightweight, so it doesn't feel so cakey and heavy on your skin, that I think you can just wear it every day, and it'll be fine. You won't, yeah. So I've actually taken off my lashes as well because they were really annoying me before and I don't really want to put them back on, so don't mind that. I'll come back to you in an hour and I'll give you my final thoughts on this foundation, and yeah, so I'll see you soon. Bye. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours since I last checked in with you all. Actually as well put my lashes back on because I actually looked at the footage with my first check-in and it looked pretty funny, so I'm sorry about that. So I've put the lashes back on. My eyeshadow wasn't the best today, like it was actually pretty horrible, so don't mind that. And yeah, so the foundation, it has worn off quite a bit since eating. I don't know if I was like playing with my face a lot. The foundation has actually come off around my nose here, or this side. And it's also come off around my chin a bit and around my mouth. That's pretty much all. Oh, and here as well, like I did put it on my ear and it has actually come off a bit there, so it's still good. This side, actually, this side that I done the brush on, I don't know what I done different, but it actually looks better than the sponged side, so I don't know whether or not it has anything to do with me using the sponge and whatnot. So I still like the foundation. I actually enjoy the foundation. It's really nice. I don't know a foundation that actually lasts for so long with me. Usually it does come off like on my chin. I don't know if I just put my hand, like I touch it too much, and my nose, like I always wipe it, I guess. So that's probably why it's come off in them spots, because I am touching it a lot. And I don't have a foundation that doesn't do that, so I don't know whether or not I should blame the foundation or I should blame myself. But all in all, my honest, true opinion is I love the foundation. It is so pretty on the skin, and it doesn't completely dry out my skin even more than it already is. It actually just sits there. It doesn't cling to many dry patches like it does around my nose and here, but that's because I haven't plucked my eyebrows in a little bit, so I think that's why. And like I said, around my nose is always dry, so I've got that with every foundation. Even like my Too Faced Born This Way, which is my favorite foundation of all time, still does it, so I can't complain about that. No, but I really do love this foundation. I feel like it is competing with my Too Faced Born This Way to be like my everyday foundation. So I actually even think I'm going to be buying it in my fake tan color. I think it is 100% worth the money. It's, I think, the same price as the Kat Von D foundation, and it's so much lighter in the feeling than the Kat Von D, so I think this is just so worth it. There's 40 colors in the range, so you can't really go wrong. You will be able to find your shade in the range, like without a doubt. 40 colors. And oh, and the primer as well. I do like the primer, but it's, I guess it's not like my favorite of all time because I am dry. I like the more like moisturizing or like the Smashbox primer oil, but this is still a good primer for like everyone. I will still be using this primer. I might even mix it, like put this primer like in the middle where I do have the pores, and then around the outside I might put like my primer oil or primerizer or something. I'm so happy that I tried this out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this review. This is, I think, only my second review, so I hope I did okay. If I didn't, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying out new things, I guess, instead of just the makeup tutorials or get readies with me that I always do. So this is still makeup related, but it's like a review instead of a get ready with me or a tutorial or anything like that. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much and it lets me know that you are enjoying my content, and it just gives me more motivation to make more and more videos. I'm loving making videos, and I feel like my true personality is coming out so much more the more videos I do. I'm getting more comfortable with the camera, so yeah, I'm hoping you like them, and leave a comment down below if it's a question or what you think I should do next, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
And it makes me know, like it lets me, and it makes me, and it lets me know that you are enjoying my content. So, but the foundation is amazing, like, this